So I have an older brother named Gabriel, and one day me and Gabriel were fighting and just being what brothers do. And my mom, she's a woman of prayer. She's a woman that speaks life. And one day she just switched on us and she was like, y'all about to fight. So we got these gloves from the fair like a week earlier. And if you've ever seen these American flag gloves, they're a lot of cushion on this side and there's no cushion on this side. And so she put gloves on both of us and she said, box, and I'm whooping him on. Pow, 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 pow. And I vaguely remember that he cocked back his hand. And my mom told us we were only supposed to be doing body shots. So from the head down. And I just remember seeing his hand turn over and pop, and he hit me straight across my face. And my neck turned, and then as my neck turned, my body went with it, and I fell to the ground. And at that moment I got up, I was like, we weren't supposed to be doing head shots. We were supposed to be doing body shots. And the Lord brought this back to my memory as I began to study for this sermon. He said, Michael, there's never a hit like the one you don't see coming. That's the hit that knocks you out. Just like a lot of people in this room right now, you've had a hit of life and you didn't see it coming, and so it knocked you down. The bankruptcy, the divorce, the frustrating coworker, it knocked you down.
That this life will hit you hard in the face, wait for you to get back up just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they like the taste of air.
If there's anybody in here today
who's ever gotten exasperated and frustrated and tried to walk with God because you was up under so much attack, you threw up your hands and said, God, how can I win? It seems like to me whenever I take 2 steps forward, I get knocked 3 steps back. Lord, how can I win? How do you expect me to come out? Because every time I get somebody I can trust, something happens to them. And every time I think I found somebody, they betray me. And every time I think I'm starting to pull it together, something knocks me back in the hole again. How can I win?
All things are against me. All things are against me. Have you ever had one of those kind of days? Moses on the backside of the desert, wanted for murder in Egypt. He had lost his royal position, his wealth, and his power. And he said, everything is against me. Job lost his 10 children. He lost his wealth. He lost his health. And he's sitting in the ruins of his home, scraping pus from the boils with a potted plant. His wife, who has a mouth sharp enough to trim a hedge, looks at him and says, why don't you curse God and die? Job says, why wasn't I born dead? Everything's against me. This is the message from heaven for you today. When you've lost your business after years of toil and you have the tendency to say all things are against me, hear this: if God be for you, who can be against you? When you've lost your job and you've had an automobile wreck and your baby got sick just when you needed every dime and you're tempted to say all things are against me, remember that Jehovah Jireh sits upon his throne and everything's gonna be all right. When your dreams slip through your fingers like hot sand and you say all things are against me, and your marriage has failed, and you go into your home for the last time, and you take the pictures of your children off of the wall, and you gather their toys and their clothes and put them in a sack and take them into Mama's house, and you say, all things are against me. When you've married the love of your life and he dies, and she dies in the prime of life, and the sun of your life sinks at high noon, replaced by a darkness that's broken your heart, and you're tempted to look at God and say, all things are against me. I'm here with this message from heaven for you today. Whatever your problems, listen to me. You must remember what Jacob did not know. You must remember what Jacob did not know. Jacob did not know that his flesh and blood was sitting on a throne of gold with unlimited power, with unlimited wealth, and at that very moment was working for everything to come to his Jacob's advantage. Jesus Christ is your flesh and blood because he's God and man. He sits on the throne in heaven with all power in heaven and on earth. He has unbelievable wealth, and at this very moment he's working out every detail in your life for your benefit. Mountains of impossibility are getting ready to move. He will make you the head and not the tail. He will bless you in the city. He will bless you in the field. He will bless you with your basket. He will bless you in your store. He will bless your health. He will bless your going in
as bad as it looks right now, don't reach your conclusion yet. As bad as you may feel right now, if you hang in there until tomorrow, if you make it through the night and come back tomorrow at this time, y'all still not getting this. I guess y'all too dressed up to shout, but somebody needs that word. Whatever hell you going through, God just had me freeze the frame for you. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. God just had me freeze the frame of your frustrating situation. Even the youth shall faint and be weary. Young men shall fall, but they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles, run and not get weary, walk and not faint. Is there anybody in here who's going to hold on one more day? Because if you hold on one more day, God is able. God is able. God is able. How do I know how this thing works? How do I know how this thing works? It works. The Bible lets us know, number one, and please don't miss your shout right here. The text says that when you, I love this, whenever life knocks you down, make sure you fall into God's hands.
Just like a lot of people in this room right now, you've had a hit of life and you didn't see it coming, and so it knocked you down. The bankruptcy, the divorce, the frustrating coworker, it knocked you down. And many of you are in this room and you're sitting down and they're counting 1, 2, and you're debating, should I even get up? Should I even try again? And I came to say it's time to get up, because you are marked by God. The fight is not over, and God has a plan for your life. Somebody shout, I'm marked. So what I came today, for all the marked people in the building, now this may not be everybody, but I know there's some marked. I came to help you because there are hits of life that are coming. See, most pastors just want you to feel good and just like, God, he's setting you up for a blessing, and he's setting you up for some hits too. But if you know the hits are coming, you can be ready. Obstacles and opportunity are almost the same depending on who's on your side. So when God's on your side and they give you a diagnosis of cancer, that's the opportunity that God says, step forward. I'm about to be your healer. I am going to be the one who gets the glory out of this. When debt is in front of you, God says, don't retreat. Step towards it. I'm Jehovah Jireh, your provider. I will meet every one of you. Oh, I hear somebody getting excited because your obstacle is no longer an obstacle. Because if God is for you, who can be against you? Step towards it. No longer, because we're marked, will we step away from the obstacle. We step towards it because we know who's on our side.
That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine. What you will realize is that you are greater than your circumstances, that you don't have to go through life being a victim.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. Leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil,